So it's that time already, and this is this week's sneaker releases coming up from 2nd of December. And the first one up is the Adidas Megaride 01 Core Black, and this is I guess a release to capitalise on the Nike shocks that have been dropping, and they've been pretty successful. I think the Megaride back in the day came out first, which was back in 2001, I believe, and then the shocks came out after, but I might be wrong about that. But with this one, I was never a fan of the Megaride. I think I'd rather have a pair of shocks versus these Megarides. And also on the 2nd of December, this is more of a UK EU release, the Kobe 8 Protros. They already dropped in America quite a while back. But these are all really, really nice. I think if I was to pick up any pair, it would be the white court purple pair, which I really like. And, I would have been after them. And I think they're hovering around the sort of retail price on the resale market. And also on the 2nd of December, I've got the Air Jordan 12 Phantom. I think this is one that's going to be released in the US, I believe. I don't see it being loaded up on the EU and UK sneakers app, so maybe that's coming at a later date, or it might not even release over here. And also on the 2nd of December, we've got the Lil Yachty Nike Air Force One Low Concrete Boys. So this seems to be a popular sneaker, it seems to be, but I'm not too much of a fan of him, but then I'm not a fan of Air Force Ones in general. But I know, like, from looking on Instagram and some of the comments that people have made on other posts, it seems to be a popular sneaker, and it's pretty much sold out as well in the UK and EU. So I'm sure it was a little bit limited. I don't know the US date, but I'm guessing it was the 2nd of December as well. And also on the 2nd of December, I've got the Air Jordan 4 Net. Again, this one seems to be maybe limited in numbers, but I'm not a fan of them anyway. It's a women's exclusive, and as far as I know, it's only dropping in the US at the moment. Again, I'm not sure about the UK release date. And also on the 2nd of December, I've got the Nike Air Max Plus Tiempo and Metallic Gold. This is another one that's pretty much dropped today. It's one of those sneakers that is a combination of the Tiempo football soccer cleat shoe and then also the Air Max Plus. So this colourway, I'm not mad at it, but obviously I'm not a fan of having something with a big tongue. And also something which is completely different on the 3rd of December, I've got the New Balance Tokyo Design Studio. I think it's pronounced Neobium, and these are, I guess, snow boots or trail boots, and they have like an inner sock type booty that that you can also take out and wear as well. So it's got that dual combination, but again, more for those wintry seasons, and I'm sure because it's doubly insulated, it'll probably keep you warm as well. Also on the 3rd of December, I've got the Nike Air Max Waffle Voltage Purple. So there's also the black one that released today apparently, which I missed off. But this one is one of those silhouettes that I'm not particularly a fan of, but I understand it's another cross between the Air Max Plus and the Nike Waffle. And also on the 3rd of December, I've got the Nike Air Max, I think it's pronounced Goem Dome, and these are the premium black. So this is capitalising on, I suppose, the boot trend that's kind of going around and starting to sort of bubble up, I guess, because Timberland seems to be coming back in fashion. And I'm not mad at these. I think these are quite cool actually, because considering they got like the air units on the sole, I think that's pretty much what sold it for me. But I wouldn't buy them personally because of the fact that they're pretty much like boots, and I don't really like wearing boots. But if I was to buy a pair, then I'd probably buy something like these. And also on the 3rd of December, I think these have been dropped in the skate shops already, but it's a Nike SB Dunk Low Dark Smoke Grey Black Gum. Not much to say on this, just a cool colourway. It's very simple, very neutral, and easy to wear. So this is something that is I suppose much needed for SB Dunks. And also on the 3rd of December, I've got the New Balance 1906 Loafer, and this is in the black colourway. I've entered raffles for these, but again, I think they'll be very limited and quite difficult to pick up. But I think it's a good hybrid between a shoe and a trainer. And also on the 4th of December, I've got the New Balance 1906A multicolour. So this is part of the, I believe, the Tech Explosion pack, and it's got those kind of off-cut materials on the upper. And this one does it nice actually with the multicolours on it, but it's not something that I'm kind of looking to grab. I have seen a version of these in the shops, like the silver pair, and I thought they were nice, but at the same time, I just I just didn't like the off-cut overlays. Some people like that, but I think they look nicer on feet versus seeing them on display. On the 4th of December, I've got the New Balance 1500 Made in UK Plum Wine. So these are supposed to be dropping on the 4th of December, but they're just a standard sort of New Balance 1500, not the nicest of colourways. And also on the 4th of December, I've got the New Balance 991 made in UK, Pelican. I think this is a nice colourway, but very much in tune with New Balance, especially for the winter time. And also on the 5th of December, I've got the End Mongol 2, and this is a Puma suede Clyde. I think this one is maybe, I don't know if it's in the US, but I know like within the UK there's a Turkish restaurant called the Mongol, so I think this is maybe taking a inspiration from that, and I think it's their 25th anniversary or 30th anniversary, so that's the reason for the shoe to exist. But I'm not sure if these are a restaurant chain that's located in other countries, or if it's just maybe in the UK. And also on the 5th of December, I've got the Nike Air Foamposite 1 in metallic copper. This is a re-retro, and a nice looking one at that. Not something that I'd wear personally, but they're still very cool, and I do like Foamposites just because they're different. And also on the 5th of December, I've got the Asics Gel Kinetic Fluent Dark Taupe, and I think these pretty much look all the same, in terms of sort of Asics for me, but it's not a bad shoe at the end of the day. And also on the 5th of December, this is more on the Converse website. I've seen it loaded up. So this is the Maniere Converse Weapon, Fossil Stone. So this is supposed to be the last sneaker that's dropping in the While You Were Sleeping collection. But I think Maniere hinted at one more sneaker being released. So that's not been quite revealed yet. But I thought it was another Air Max 95. But we've also seen a white Air Force One surface as well. Also on the 5th of December, I've got the Fragment Nike Air Zoom Spiridon pack. So I haven't seen these loaded up on the sneakers app, especially in the UK and the EU, but I have seen other retailers have draws for them. I've entered in for this particular pair. I think it's quite nice actually, but again, not fussed if I miss out. And also on the 5th of December, I've got the Nike Air Max Plus Swarovski, and this is in Sunset Moonlight. Just really expensive sneakers, and probably to be expected, and I think they'll be quite limited as well, and maybe that will drive up the hype on these. And also on the 6th of December, I've got the Eastside Golf and Nike collection. I obviously like the Air Max ones. I'm not sure how they would be for golf. I'm not like a golf expert, never sort of played golf. I've only played like mini golf or crazy golf, but just don't understand the, I suppose, nature of Air Max ones on the turf, but I might be wrong on that. But for me, I think these are okay, they're not too bad. I like the execution overall, just in terms of how they are. And also on the 6th of December, I've got another version of the Puma Mostro, and these are in the Camo Wild Willow and cast iron. So this is a good shoe for the winter time, I guess, because of the camo print. And another one of those sneakers that I'm not sort of fussed about, but I think they are pretty popular at the moment as well. And again, Puma seem to be bubbling up at the moment. And also on the 6th of December, I've got the Reebok Floatzig 1. This is a Sonic the Hedgehog collaboration, and I do like these. Again, I think I've raised this before, but it's using the Sonic colorways but also the Reebok colors, so it's pretty much a perfect match. And I know there's other collabs for the GS versions as well. And also on the 6th of December, I've got the Nike Air Max Sunder Women's Burgundy Crush and Baltic Blue. I think these are already dropped in the US, I believe, and they haven't dropped in the UK yet. But it's an okay version of this Air Max Sunder. I think it's probably one of the weakest colorways to release, in my opinion. And also on the 6th of December, this is a wider release of the J-Tips Saucony Matrix collab, and this will be available on the Saucony website. I'm not a fan of these. They're trail shoes, but the colorway is just not doing it for me. But and also the silhouette itself. But I'd rather have one of the other J-Tips sneakers if I was to grab a pair. And also on the 6th of December, I've got the Solefly Air Jordan 12 Cafecito. I think this is a nice looking pair. I think my only gripe with these is I think it's pretty much perfect. It's just the use of cracked leather. I don't see it. Yeah, for me, cracked leather is one of those things where, like I said, it's not really worth putting on sneakers nowadays if it's only for a specific purpose. If you're purposely making it look old. I'm not sure if in the storytelling with this one, because the storytelling is supposed to be around coffee beans, and I guess the manufacturing of coffee beans. So I'm not sure how cracked leather sort of plays into that, but it's a cool neutral sort of sneaker at the end of the day. And also on the 6th of December, I've got the Nike Air Force One Kobe Bryant. These dropped, I think, will be dropping soon, and this one's not so limited, from what I've heard. And it's a nice pair, and very sort of got some nice sort of touches on the heel, and the angle collar and things of that sort. So I like this pair. I think you know, it's a nice pair, and considering like I'm not really too much of a fan of Air Force Ones, you know, this is I think a really well executed pair. And this is the one that's really limited, and this is the Nike Air Force One Low, and this is in the black colorway of the Kobe Bryant one. And with this one, apparently it's limited to 8,000 pairs, but I do like the monogram print all over it. It makes it just a bit different to, you know, releasing just a plain old black Air Force One. So I think for that reason, I still think it's a really cool silhouette, and I'll probably maybe try to go for this particular one if it loads up, and you know, but I'm sure, you know, I'll struck out because it's only got 8,000 around the world. And also on the 7th of December, I've got the Tela Diamor, or Who Decides War, Jordan Flight Court. I think this is again a cool pair, but I think some of the GR versions that I've seen I'm not a fan of, and there's something about when they, you know, do collabs to make them look a lot nicer than the GR versions, and it's quite a sort of cheap pair. I think what they've been sort of flirting around, or you know, skirting around, is the tech that's in there. It doesn't look like so much tech in there, so you know, I'm not sure how they feel on feet, but I imagine they're probably more basic than a Jordan 4 RM. But I do think they look cool. And also on the 7th of December, I've got the Air Jordan 5 White Black. This one already released in the UK and EU quite a while ago, and it's a US drop. And again, neutral, quite simple and easy to wear, especially, you know, if you're on the lookout for an Air Jordan 5, which seems to be, you know, the releases seem to be calming down on this particular silhouette as well.